What's up, guys? We're back with some more Limbus company news. First of all, let's start with the two videos that dropped. Here's the first one.
뒷골목에 비가 오는 날에도 둥지에 눈이 오는 날에도 두목님 간식, 청소부 안주 고민하지 마세요.
이틀림의 마음을 사로잡기 위한 요리 대격돌.
지금 K사 둥지에서 직접 만나보세요.
이 시간에 가게 앞에 소송거리지 마. 재료인 줄 착각할 뻔했지. 여기 썰고 저기 썰고.
너 맞추자. 맞추 왔나? 파이 하나 먹고 갈래?
너무너무 맛있다.
지금 당장 주문.
신기해도 주문 복주.
이것이 궁극의
이보게! 숙부 한입 받을게!
은봉이의 호프치킨.
1588 인봉은봉. 1588 인봉은봉. 바로 주문하세요.
Alright, that was the first video. So from the things that we have confirmed, we are getting the 2-star Gregor. So actually, by the looks of it, we're just getting 1 3-star and 1 2-star in the event. So Gregor will be the 2-star and Ryoshu will be the 3-star. And then we also get to see 2 more E.G.Os being added. Both are lifetime stew. The first E.G.O is Thief and it's Sinclair, and then the other one is Thief but for Don instead. So all of them are shown, and then at the end we can see we'll be fighting some big chicken. So that most likely will be the boss. And let's see the second video that should showcase the Ryoshu and one of the E.G.Os.
이것이 궁극의
영춘 하고 있다고? 너 맞추자. 왔나? 파이 하나 먹고 갈래?
Alright. From the video itself, the only thing I would even talk about would be the Ryoshu. It's hard to even say if, like, how many like coins she will have on those skills, because I can't tell if those knife thrusts are like each would count as a separate attack, or is this like part of the same coin of animation. So honestly, I'm not sure. She might be either a high coin unit or it might be just the animation. So I'm not gonna speculate too much on it. But okay, let's go into actual news. So here's the introduction to the Hell's Chicken that's coming on April 20th. So throughout the event you will be able to acquire plushies, and then you will be you will use those plushies to buy the rewards, and the event will be added to the game right here, and it will be added after you clear the main story 322. Now, like the way you acquire those plushies is you will be clearing the stages and you will be clearing the dungeons. I think, let's see, does it say later? I think it says later, but there, oh no, yeah, it says it right here. There will be 8 stages and 2 dungeons overall for us to clear in the event. So that's nice. You are not getting any plushies if you do the mirror dungeons or excavations or refraction railway. So any regular content will not give you plushies. Only the stages in the event itself will give you the currency, which is pretty standard event stuff. Now, again, we're getting the new identity and E.G.O, and well, 2 identities and 2 E.G.Os. If I'm understanding it correctly, we will have 1 banner, and the banner will be Ryoshu and E.G.O for Sinclair. But from what it says, the event reward identities and E.G.O, and it uses identities in plural. It never says E.G.O in plural, from what I remember. So it could mean both of the E.G.Os, and it probably is. You will be able to acquire it from coupon trade-in. So that means more than likely we'll be able to get both E.G.Os and both identities just from the event store for the currency. So you won't have to pull on anyone. And considering the model that Project Moon has in this game, I'm pretty sure that all of those rewards will be just redeemable for currency. With their current model, it makes sense that you wouldn't have to pull on the actual units. I didn't even think about it before the news dropped, but yeah, looks like I was worrying for nothing, because I think as long as you just play the event, you'll be fine. You'll get your rewards, so that's pretty cool. Also, if you're using those E.G.Os and units, you will be earning more currency. So I implore you to try and fit them into your comp when you're doing the farming the dungeons or stages, so you can get the maximum amount of plushies, so you can be done with the event shop faster. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Alright, now here they talk about the 2 difficulties, the normal and hard for the mirror dungeons for the Hell's Chicken. And the first difficulty will have the identities fixed. On step 1 it will be fixed at level 15, and on step 2 it will be fixed at level 30. On hard difficulty it will use actual levels for identities. Step 1 being maximum 15 and step 2 being maximum of 30. The only other difference is that it costs 2 modules instead of 1 for the hard difficulty. Again, the EXP doesn't really matter for most of you because you will have your identities max level anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're a very new player and you bring level 20 identity to normal dungeon in step 2, that identity will be actually level 30. But if you bring the same identity to hard dungeon in step 2, they will be 20, because it will use the actual level, and max is 30 that you can have. So that's what they explained here. Also, it says step 1 and step 2. I'm assuming what it means is when you play normal mirror dungeon, you have like 3 sets of nodes and boss at the end, right? So it looks like the event one will only have 2 of them. So that's my assumption. And then okay, so here I think it talks about the right, it talks more about the how it works in the dungeon in terms of the levels and E.G.Os allowed. So you can only use Zane, Thief, and HE in the first one, and then WAW and Aleph in the next one. So makes sense. They're also adding new function, which is a preset function. So basically this function is supposed to help you quickly go out in the mirror dungeon. You will be able to save your team, and then whenever you start new one, you can just load that in, and you won't have to choose, you know, all your E.G.Os and identities you're starting with again, right? So this will be definitely useful. It will save a bunch of time, and later down the line, whenever we have a lot of identities to choose from and stuff like that, I think this will definitely be a useful function. So glad they're adding it. Next, they're explaining that the layouts in Hell's Chicken will be identical pretty much to the mirror dungeon, meaning it's randomly generated, and at the end you have a boss, and you always will have the chicken boss as the final node. Also, there will be some encounters with abnormalities, like the event ones, specifically tied to the Hell's Chicken event. So, you know, there will be some new additional encounters that are event specific. And then lastly, they are explaining the or showing off the shop, and as you can see, the Gregor is very early on. It's the second reward you can buy, actually. And then you can see, you can scroll this way past, and I'm assuming the rest of the things are below that, so that's not a problem. The event itself will be open until May 4th, okay, from 20th, so about 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks. And then redemption for the rewards will be up 3 weeks. So from 20th, we'll have 2 weeks to farm the currency, and then you'll have 1 more week to spend it or to finalize it, and yeah. But yeah, that's about it. That's pretty cool news. I'm happy that event turned out to be pretty good on us. The fact that we don't have to actually pull, at least from my understanding. So that's very nice. And yeah, I mean that's it from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.